Hi there, it's Tracy. Welcome to Flirting After 40. So, today I had a business lunch with two gentlemen that I did not really know, really at all. And it's nothing like that, you guys. Like they're happily married and are potentially getting married. But it was really cute to see these two guys like giddy about their girls and reminded me that like that does exist. And one of them was 40 and isn't married yet but working his way there. And like it was, I don't know, it was unexpected for me that it was a really pleasant lunch. And then it was really cute to see um them both like excited about the women in their lives, and they both met them at work, which I love. Because where do we meet people these days? Like it's kind of hard. Either through activities or doing something, but they both met them at work. And I don't know, it just kind of gave me this like little oomph that it exists, what I'm looking for. Um, I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just sharing that. Also, my other update with Sam is nothing. And yes, I know you guys, like, I blocked him. I think as a woman, and I think we do this sometimes to ourselves, we set ourselves up for failure. Like we have a secret hope that maybe, like, if they really wanted to, they would find a way. That maybe they really fucked up and are planning some big apology. But honestly, like, no, I mean, I'm not. I'm not expecting that, and I'm not surprised that that has not happened. It just, there's that little bit of hope in you that hopes that there'll be some grand gesture, or acknowledgement of what happened. But if I'm being honest, like, I think the word, and I think I've said this before, that comes to mind when I think of Sam is selfish. And that's a really harsh word, I think, for me to use, but like someone that really is only concerned about their life, their well-being, their needs, and not even aware of anybody else. And while maybe that's not him in general, it feels like that's him in this dance. Um And that sucks. And yes, do I wish there was like flowers at the door with a note of like, I really fucked up. I don't expect you to apologize, or I don't expect you to accept my apology, but I just wanted to know you to know that you're not an after, like, I don't know, anything. And I think that is a stupid, I think it's just a stupid hope. But that I think I don't think I'm alone in this like wish that there's acknowledgement of fault in any relationship. Um, Not that it was a relationship, but like friendship, companionship, anything. Um, and accountability. And I understand if you don't agree with my perspective on it, but it's still my perspective and it's still how I see things. And if you disagreed, it would be lovely to know. But so hopefully this is the last time I talk about Sam. I do appreciate you guys. Like, there's been a lot of people reaching out that have been like really, that were really rooting for him. And I've gotten several messages saying they were, like, from people saying like, God, I'm sorry that didn't work out. That sucks. Cause like they could see that I was hopeful, and they could see like it felt kind of fairy tale romancy to me. And I think as practical and as old as I am, we still kind of want that. Um, but yeah. All right. So I am up to date 4 out of my 25. I'm going to count 2 with Sam. And then I told you guys last week I had a really good first date with Cody. And so let me fill you in on that. So great first date. Great conversation. We had a date on a Saturday, and then we were supposed to have a follow-up date that Wednesday. And throughout the week, like really just Monday, I was getting a lot of texts from him. And I told you guys, like, I was feeling a little overwhelmed by the text and the need to talk on the phone. And I had asked him, I said, please don't listen to the podcast because it's kind of like my diary. And he said, no, no problem. Like, I have no problem not listening to it. You deserve your sanctuary in your space, which was really sweet. So the text progressed, and it was a lot to me. It was a lot of like surface questions, like your favorite color or your um favorite type of chocolate or your favorite snack, which are fine things to ask, but and I maybe talked about this, but like when you ask somebody like that question, like what's your favorite chocolate? Like I could just be like my response to him, because I was getting annoyed, was anything but white chocolate. But like I have an answer for it. And I could say like I like specifically dark chocolate with creamy peanut butter, or I like I can dive into that, but like responding on a text to what's your favorite chocolate, like it's a conversation. I don't know. And I could be like, I don't like this and this is why. Or I could tell a story about how my grandma and my mom used to make homemade chocolates, and it makes me think of Christmas. And like asking very surface questions, like I'm going to give a surface answer. But to me personally, that's not how you get to know someone. So I can answer all day long, but then I'm becoming like annoyed. So I get a question, favorite chocolate, favorite salty snack, and now I'm like, I don't know anything. I don't discriminate. Like, and I'm kind of like I've almost now stopped asking questions back to him, because I'm like, I'm hoping he is aware enough to like kind of pick up like, okay, she's not super engaged in this, but like I didn't want to also like shut him down. Plus because like I knew we had another date and I really did enjoy the date. Um so I I'm going to pull up my text of what I sent, because like the red flags were going up, and maybe I didn't handle this perfectly, but I thought I was being honest. And I said, "Oh." So then he asked, so it's like salty snack, and then he's like, "Do you prefer a bath or shower?" And I said, "I think a bath, because I don't have a bath. Like my kids have a bath, but like I don't take a tub often, and so it's a treat." And I asked him like, "So you?" And he says he likes showers, blah 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 blah. He says, so then he responds, he says, "If we ever go anywhere on vacation, the hotel or Airbnb must have a bath." And this is where I went from like, okay, we've been on one date and you're like kind of peppering me with questions, to now we're taking a vacation and we now need a place with a bath. Like it just went too far. And I'm not planning our wedding. I'm not planning our vacations. I'm truly just like, I'm interested in this person. I want to get to know you. But and I did not say this, but like I get to know people. Like it takes time. Like you can't just like expect to be somebody's person after one date. So I sent a text and I said, "This is too much." I said, "I love that you want to get to know me, but getting to know each other by time spent and conversation is how we can see if we have a connection." This feels slightly invasive, impatient, and information gathering versus wanting to really learn about someone. It just isn't feeling good to me. And he says, okay, I will back off. I was just trying to be cute with that last comment. I understand where you're coming from. And I don't hear anything else from him that night. And I get, like, if anybody ever, like, when people shut you down, like it stings and you want to take some time. But like I don't know. I thought at least like I was communicating where I was coming from, and that like by communicating that he was being too much, it was being kind. Like, because if I just kept playing along, like, and I'm annoyed, that's not going to help anything. Anyways, so the next day, we text a few little things, but nothing really. And then he asked to reschedule Wednesday, which was fine. I thought I could do Thursday, and then I asked to reschedule to Friday. And like he's not texting, but he's like we're kind of, but not like the extreme. We agreed on, the date on when and etc. Um the day we're supposed to have a date, or the next, anyways, Thursday, I get a text that says, "Good morning, Tracy. I hope you're having a great day. I'm not feeling this. I hope you find what you're looking for. Best of luck." Oh my god. Oh my god. How like clearly clearly I have offended you. And you go from telling me you're like, I've got a spell on you, to wanting to know everything about me, to now you're not feeling it. Like, I put up a boundary, and now that doesn't work for you. This is what dating is like. Like it blows my fucking mind. Like, we're going to have a date the next day. Like, you can just give it a little space, and let's see how date 2 goes. And maybe we have the conversation about like how we like to communicate, because he asked me at one point, what is your love language? And it's quality time spent. That's not quality time spent texting. It's like, I like to spend time with people. Like, that's what gets me excited. And it gets me excited. Like, it's all of who I am. And but we didn't even have that opportunity, because it felt so surface in the text. And I think he's a really good guy, but like, he did say, like, he asked these kinds of questions through text so he can remember them. But to me, the questions weren't even something you need to remember. Like, I don't care if you remember what my favorite cereal is. Like I want to get to know somebody who, for like, who they are, and what they like is not. I mean, like, it builds upon their character, but it's not any bit of substance. He says he's not information grabbing. It's literally me getting to know you. I feel like I can't be myself when it comes to that. There wasn't a conversation on why I ask so many questions. So now it's back to me. Why didn't you ask me why I asked so many questions? And I, for a minute, like, I took that personally, and I apologize, because sure, I could have asked that question. But like, if you communicate in this way, then why didn't you tell me, like, this is how I like to communicate? Like, I just said, I wish the best of luck to you too. Um, and then he had to come back with clarification. And he said, I felt there was an initiative on your end to get to know me after a date. I do like talking on the phone because I can create connection. Plus, I enjoy hearing your voice. I know I come off as eager to get to know you, and I'm sure most men don't do that. So there's a couple red flags for me. And eager is good. Overly eager it was, and it was just too much. And I tried to communicate, it was just too much. And tried to communicate that, like, I build connection through in-person conversation, which he didn't pick up on, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was one date. But like this is what it's like dating is that like you have a good first date. You think you might have a connection with someone, and because you don't meet them exactly where they are, the thing blows up. Ugh, what a cluster. Oh well, like I'm not sweating it. It's just one of those like a thorn in your sides. Like it's just this like, ugh, this is why I don't want to fucking do this. Like this is why I don't want to fucking date. Like it just you put all this effort and energy into something. Not that it was all, but it, like still like it was probably, let's say, 6 hours of time between the texting and the date, and like 6 hours. Like people we all like, I don't have time to fucking work out. Like, well, with 6 hours in 2 weeks, like I could be a fucking bodybuilder. I don't know. It's just like it just is annoying. And then I had another date last week. Because why the fuck not? I'm trying to meet somebody, and it was fine. We had a beer, and it was just kind of like a business lunch, kind of felt like there was definitely no chemistry. There was no banter. I mean, he was a very nice man, but not worth a follow-up. So 4 dates down, 21 to go. Oh my god. It like makes like, why did I create this challenge for myself? Makes me just want to like reset, start over. Um it's also summer, so I don't know, seasonal dating is a thing. Like I think a lot of people like to date in the winter because, it's like, what are we going to do? We're like, let's just stay in, make out, watch a movie. Summer, I think people are like out with their friends, they're out cheaping, they're out, I don't know, doing all the summer things, biking. I feel like fucking Colorado, like everybody's doing 1,000 activities. So I feel like summer is even harder to date. Oh god. I'm just like, anyways, yeah. There's my there's my dating story for the week, and I think that's plenty. Um all right. So I definitely have some funnies for this week. All right. Like I have a handful of them. Okay, this guy is 55 years old. His profile says self-employed, looking for fun, cuddling up with a young lady, age 30 to 55. So you have to be younger than him. Age 30 to 55 years, enjoy good, healthy food. Looking for casual, sweet love, friendships, companionship, relationships, fun, joy, love, harmony. Go fuck yourself. See, I'm like, I turned into the angry, bitter person. Um we got some more selfies in the mirror with a fucking towel on. Pass. Um okay, you guys, this is my favorite. This guy's 56. Okay. Christian, loved God. Maybe he loves God, loved God. Loves people deeply. Wants to find his best friend. No sex until marriage. If you're gay and want a man, I am not interested. Okay, wait, hold on. You're 56 and you're saying no sex until marriage. Like, have you been married before? Or are you 50? Are you 56 and a virgin? Okay, and I'm not judging your religion. Okay, I'm judging a little bit because like you're 56. Like, have you really sustained your entire life? And you hope at 56 you're going to get married? Like, I don't even know what to make of that. Like, that makes me sad. Again, like this other guy, he ends his profile with be sane and be sober. I think if I was sober, I would not be sane. Yeah. So, oh, herb, not herb, not like parsley, herb. This gentleman, I might have to post his picture, but he is 54 and he looks like he's 74. He's a amicably but divorced 50-50 co-parent of his 10-year-old daughter. Oh my god. Like literally, you guys, this guy looks like he could be my grandfather. He looks older than my dad. So that's why I have not matched with anybody new, because I'm not waiting to have sex until I'm married, because I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to marry a 54-year-old that looks older than my dad. I'm not sane and sober. I'm neither. So yeah. Oh God. Wish me luck, you guys. I might take, a week or two off to reset. I also have a trip planned, so like, dating while you're with your kids on vacation is probably not the best thing. But I mean, maybe. They're my advocates. They're trying to find me somebody too. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. But anyways, I appreciate everybody listening, and yeah, and I appreciate everybody reaching out about Sam and the, words of encouragement and love, and it matters to me. And while I like joke and have fun about this, it's still my life and I'm still looking for that. So getting burned over and over, just it can be a lot. So I appreciate everybody's thoughts and energy, and yeah, I will talk to you guys next week and have a lovely week. Thanks.